Hi, welcome to episode 177 of your favorite daily podcast, A Couple of Things, a podcast about things. Today, I'm going to talk about the best decisions I've made, I guess. Hi, I'm coming to you today from very, very hot Amsterdam. My brain feels like it's melting. I was going to talk about something else today, but in a community I'm in, the community organizer asked, what is the best decision you've made so far in your life? And it got me thinking. And so I decided to share with you guys today um, what I've been thinking, what I think are the best decisions I've made in my life thus far. So when I saw the question, I immediately got one answer came to mind. And then I felt a bit unserious because everybody was talking about like professional things, like how they chose one career and how they did all these very other things. And I was like, if I say this, it will not seem like I'm a serious person. So I spent some more time thinking about what things that I have done or decisions that I have made that really impacted my life and the direction of my life. And I'm going to say the first thing that came to my mind, but let me say the other things first and then I'll round up with the first thing that came to my mind. So the first thing that came into my mind after I thought about it some more, so maybe the second thing that I decided that changed, that has impacted my life, or the thing that I think is the best one I made so far is choosing to study psychology. This was something that everybody was like, what the heck are you doing? Why are you going to study psychology? Because everybody was like, oh, first of all, maybe it was not being a science student. Maybe I should start from there because everybody was like, you should have been a science student. You do so well in math, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, yeah, science subjects are fun, but I'm not really vibing with chemistry, so I don't want to do that. Also, I hated biology. Which is funny because I ended up studying psychology and you need to do biology and psychology. But anyway, so I hated chemistry and I was like, I don't want to do science. And then I was in a mix of like science, arts, and commercial because I was doing one of everything basically. But anyway, I was very happy that I then went on to study psychology because people were like, you should do a science subject. But then when I didn't do that, then it was like, oh, you should do business administration or something more serious, that psychologists or people who don't get into medicine or whatever. Nobody should study psychology. But I really wanted to study psychology. I had pretty much decided that since when I was in GS2, which is like second year of high school. And yeah, so I'm very glad that I did that because it then put me on this trajectory because I studied psychology. I think that because I studied psychology, that's what led me to my first UX job, amongst many other things which I've talked about before in this podcast. But it also helped me understand myself better and better process like the traumatic events of my childhood and also understand other people better. It really changed how I approach the world. So beyond like from a professional trajectory, also from a personal point of view, and also because I do, again, like your life has many tangents and potentials and possibilities, but I'm also happy that I didn't go to university. I had my first gap year, because I don't really remember what happened then, but I didn't get I wasn't planning to go to university in Nigeria. I planned to go to university abroad, but that didn't work out. I had a written jam and I passed, but I didn't go and everything. But I was supposed to go and do something else. They were going to like try and help me get another program, but I insisted that I wasn't going and I was going to do my first gap year. And then that whole period also led to so many great things for me, which I've also talked about before, and I will link to those episodes in the description. But yeah, so choosing to study psychology, having that forced gap year, insisting on not doing any going to start any school program to fill in that time, that was a very good decision for my life. Hi, it's me, reminding you to subscribe and also to send questions so that I have more things to talk about The link to submit questions is in the show notes. Okay, let's get back into the episode. Another thing that I decided to do, and I actually just thought about that now, that just came into my mind now, is choosing to be open, and not just to like opportunities and work and all of those things, but open about my feelings in my relationships, talking to people, with my friends. This is how what you did made me feel. This is how I'm feeling about all of those things. Basically, deciding to live with my heart on my sleeve, I think, is one of the best decisions I've made. And I actually just realized the bestest of the best decisions that I made, which is accepting Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. But yeah, because that also really, and I think both of them are kind of connected, because that also helped me let go of a lot of the trauma that I had experienced, and it also changed my worldview of what is important, how I should live my life. And then that also led to my relationship with my friends and the people in my life. Is like, I'm a very heart on my sleeve. What you see is what you get. This is how I feel. I'm not pretending that I'm happy about something that I'm not happy about, or pretending to like someone that I don't like, all those kinds of things. That is not in my vibe, in my I just decided that, you know what, even if my love or whatever is not reciprocated, I have to say how I feel. Whether it's I like somebody, I don't like somebody. No, I won't tell somebody I don't like them, obviously, but like, I won't pretend that I like them when I don't. And if I like someone, I will tell them that I like you and I want to be your friend, or I like you and I want us. Like, when I was in the dating markets, I don't know what it's called, but if I met someone and I like, it's like, I like you and I want us to go on a date or whatever. But yeah, like, that is also a decision that I'm very happy that I made, to never live my life, or to stop living my life guarded. So this doesn't mean that I'm open to everyone and everything. Like, there's wisdom in it, but yeah, generally I don't live a guarded, like, closed off, walled off life, and I don't have that going on. So that wasn't on my list, but it just came to my mind as I was speaking. The other thing on my list was writing online. I don't think it was necessarily a decision, it was just something that just happened. Like, choosing to write online, choosing to be online, choosing to talk to people, write about things, write about my thoughts, all of those things, even before I understood or realized the benefits and importance of it. Like, just being online, because it connected me to so many things and so many people. Almost all of my friends, I would say, especially before I moved to Netherlands, like, majority of my friends, with the exception of my friends from my department in school and some people that I met at work, majority of my friends were people that I met on the internet. And even till now, majority of my friends are people that I meet online. Even some of the people that I met in the Netherlands that we became friends, we already also knew each other from online. So, like, yeah, I think that was a great thing that worked out really nicely for me. And then the first thing that came to mind that I said I would tell you guys at the end of the episode, is marry my husband. See, I felt like a very serious person when it came to my mind, because I was like, this is what people are talking about here. But then somebody said that, and I was like, thank you for opening the floor for me. But so yeah, that's definitely one of the best decisions I've made, because honestly, a really, really great guy, like the best guy, and very supportive, helps me. Like, whenever I want to do something, whether professionally or even personally, like, he's always behind me, like, yes, you can do this. When I want to you guys don't know how many times I've said I'm not doing this podcast again, and he's like, no, you're going to do it. This is what you can talk about. He brainstorms suggestions for me. Whenever we're hanging out with friends, he's like reminding me that, have you asked this person to come on the podcast? Like, and this is just like a minute, minuscule, I don't know if I used minuscule correctly just now, but that's what that came to my mind, part of the support that I get, like, with everything that I do. I don't think there's any talk I've done that my husband was not at, except, like, it was totally 100% unavoidable, even since we were dating, like very early in our relationship. Like, just the best guy. So, best decision number 4. I've lost counts of where we were, but yeah, that is what was on my mind today, based off of the question that was asked in the community that I'm in. And thank you for listening. Bye. Thank you for listening to today's episode of A Couple of Things. If there was anything you found interesting or insightful, or you enjoyed the episode, please do share to someone or multiple people. Like, leave a comment, and definitely do subscribe and all the nice things. Bye.